For Chapter 3, I want to go through in much more detail with you guys in week 2, so I apologize that we're not going to be doing that via video lecture. But I do want to walk you through the types of assignments you're going to be seeing in the course. So first off, we're going to have a discussion forum. To be successful in the discussion forum, you need to post twice per week. I am asking that everybody make their first post on Friday or by Friday, and I provide a prompt. This week we're talking about legitimate and illegitimate excuses from jury duty, and I just want you guys to engage your classmates. I want you guys to dig into it a little bit, see what you think, and I have had great success in the past when people actually dive in and participate with these. Then your second post, again, is due then the Tuesday before class starts. We're also going to have generally weekly quizzes. There is a midterm and a final. So you're not going to have a quiz when you have a midterm and a final, but these are pretty simple. Multiple choice. They're turned in on Canvas. They're completed on Canvas. Very simple. You are also going to have a series of case studies. Well, I will provide you with various documents. You will review them, digest them, and come back with what you think is correct or incorrect. Again, there are no right or wrong answers to this, but I want you to be thorough. I'm going to walk you through this as well. Other assignments that you are going to see in the course, like I said, we have a midterm and a final. These are completed on Canvas. They are open notes, they are open book, they are short answer. The only thing they are not is open partner. They are not group assignments, they are individual assignments. You are also asked to complete a court reflection paper. At some point during the course, I want you to go to court and just observe. Seeing the legal system in action and actually functioning is not something most people have an opportunity to do, and I am forcing you to do it, for better or for worse. So this is literally go to court, spend some time, listen for things that are going on, try to figure out what's going on, and then write a paper about it. Under its assignment 7.1, it is due at the end of the class. I will be providing various dates when I am going to court, so you guys can come with me. I'm happy to chaperone you around the courthouse. I'm also more than happy to write get out of work for free notes or cards or permission slips, whatever you might need. In 6 years, I've never had a company give me any pushback or refuse to let a student out to go to court for half a day. And actually, most companies around town find it kind of refreshing. I know Emerson was talking about trying to get all of their employees to go do that at some point. So just let me know. We're going to go in that in much more detail, just kind of getting started. You are also going to have a debate in week 4. This is not something to stress out about right now, but at the end of week 3, I will give you some material. In week 4, you will debate someone in class. And I will go through that in much more detail in week 3. So you're going to have, again, a number of discussions throughout the course. You've got multiple choice quizzes, there's a midterm, there's a final, and you have a number of case studies. The other big assignment is at the end of the course we are going to have a mock trial. I will be splitting you all up into 3 teams, providing you information and some guidance. We're going to go through that much more in week 2. And there will be milestones throughout the course of assignments that you need to turn in and hand in order to get the information you will need to put on this trial at the end. So I want you guys to have that opportunity to kind of experience what it's like being a lawyer in a very kind of controlled microcosm environment. So, like I said, everything will be set up through the modules. And as long as you are working through the modules week by week, you will be doing just fine. Introduction, schedule, reading materials. You can download the PowerPoints. You can also access the discussions from here as well. I'm going to have a few more assignments in my modules than you will. But for example, your first discussion is excuses from jury duty. Please post twice. You have a multiple choice quiz. Pretty simple. And this week you also have a case study. So this week I want you to explore the Equal Rights Amendment. The Equal Rights Amendment has been proposed many, many times over many, many years going back to 1923. And essentially, it is a constitutional amendment saying that women have equal rights to men. This has never been passed. Well, this has never been ratified. It is not a part of the United States Constitution. And a lot of people think that it is. And honestly, that is probably one of the biggest oppositions and problems with passing the Equal Rights Amendment today, is that most people assume it's already been passed. So, your assignment is I want you to review a number of materials. These are all posted and provided for you. I'll walk you through them here. I want you to identify the legal issues that are involved with proposing and ratifying the Equal Rights Amendment. So this is going to be pretty simple. There is a very specific way that amendments to the Constitution are proposed, passed, and ratified. But I also want you to look at practical barriers to ratifying the Equal Rights Amendment. These are things like people don't care. People think it already exists, so why would they vote for it if they think it's already been passed? And then I want you to provide your reaction and position to the case study. So ultimately what I'm looking for here is I want your insight. I want your original thought into why this should pass or shouldn't pass. And in this one, I want you to ultimately answer the question, should we pass the ERA or should we just let it go? We don't need it. In that analysis, and this is a little bit forced and conceived, I understand, but I want you to incorporate all of the reading material. So part of this is to A, make sure that you've read it, and 2, to make sure that you are supporting your arguments and positions with empirical evidence and data. And then the case study is a professional written paper, so put this in paragraph format, capitalization, grammar, punctuation, things like that. I apologize what the video is doing right now. And then you're going to upload it. So there is a rubric of what I'm looking for, how things get graded, so there's no questions about how points get assigned. And you can literally walk through every single issue. So I'm going to start, and you do not need to use the video, but I wanted to give you kind of an overview. So this is Rachel Maddow. She is a news reporter lady, and she gives a really excellent overview of kind of what's going on.
1975. The movie Jaws came out that year, and now we have summer scary blockbuster movies forevermore. Saturday Night Live started.
I think you will, if nothing else, get a little bit of an entertainment kick out of the ERA. But the first thing that I want you to incorporate in your case study is the ERA itself. And this is the verbiage of the Equal Rights Amendment. And I hope you're all holding on tight. The full verbiage is equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. That's it. That is the entirety of the ERA. So Section 2 and Section 3 are part of every single constitutional amendment, so we don't even really count those. That basically says the Congress has the power to enforce it. The rest of this document gives you some background, some history, and kind of reasons why the ERA should be passed. This is from the National Council of Women's Organizations. The next document is the 14th Amendment. This has been passed and is part of our Constitution. So again, the yellow box is going to give you some background, some cases that apply. It is a little bit longer than the proposed ERA, but it's not super long. So Section 1, 2, and 3. And again, you're going to see Section 5, the same verbiage in every single constitutional amendment. So take a look at that and see how that applies to the issue. The next document I want you guys to consider is the 19th Amendment. Again, super long one. The rights of citizens in the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. Again, the 19th Amendment has been passed, has been ratified. This is part of the fabric of our law. The next document is an excerpt, and this is a super abridged version of the United States versus Virginia. So this is an actual case that the Supreme Court ruled on involving the Virginia Military Institute. So I want you guys to read through that. Again, this is abridged, so you're not going to be spending hours doing it, but it'll give you some background on how this women's rights movement has been impacted. I do want you to read Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. I don't want you to read all of it. In the assignment, I actually detail a very specific section, but if you click, it'll open up to the Equal Rights Act, and we are going to be able to scroll down just a bit to the section you're looking for. So this is going to be talking about unlawful employment practices. Specifically, I just wanted you to read Section 7. Your next document is a historical first-party document. So these are women's suffrage arguments as detailed back in 1871 from Sarah Spencer versus the Board of Registration and Sarah Webster versus the Judges of Election. A little bit of a law nerd. I think these are neat because these are original documents from 1871. Take some time. They are actually quicker reads than you would imagine, but this is going to give you some first-hand account of the women's suffrage movement all the way back before the ERA was proposed. And these are real arguments that were transcribed back in 1871. So as a law nerd, I think these are really neat. Hopefully you guys will get some valuable insight into them as well. So take that information, walk through the case study assignments. We're looking for legal barriers, aspects, what is the legal process involved, and then we're also looking for what are the practical barriers. What is standing in the way of the ERA actually getting passed? Again, at the end of each week, you're going to have just a conclusion. These are the things that we covered. These should be the things that you completed. If you are going through this checklist and saying, uh-oh, I didn't do something, go back and finish it before the week is out. So class, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. I'm at Matt, M-A-T-T, at bystatelaww, BISTATELAW.com. My phone is 618-593-8717. If you have any questions, reach out. I'm here. I realize this week is a little unorthodox, but we will get through it together, and I hope you all have a very happy 4th of July.